You're on a delay, or actually no, I don't know why you're not.
So, should I just announce?
Oh, because we're live, but we haven't switched cameras yet.
Okay, all right. All right, everybody. So we are actually underway here at Mountain View High School, and already we are seeing a fourth down situation. A little bit of a delay here with the camera. And, oh, here we go. Now we are actually, you should be able to see everything on your screen. But in the meantime, the Vikings are playing against the Rosemead High School. I believe they're the Falcons. Okay, so anyways, but both teams are looking for CIF championships or CIF playoff. But it was 3 and out for the Vikings. They're going to be punting from their 35-yard line. Okay, and so they're basically just getting things ready. Number 44 is racing to the line of scrimmage. Okay, and we're waiting for the punt. And here we go. Punt is off, and player from Rosemead, number 6, Jacob Wang, has the ball, and basically it goes out of bounds. Vikings are trying to rebound from a tough season here, but they're looking pretty good. It is now 1st and 10. Rosemead basically starting at the 21-yard line. And the handoff is going to player number 1. Number 1 is Daniel Aguilar. Close to a first down, picks up about 9 yards. Actually, it is a first down. So here we are with the Mountain View Vikings. They're 4-4 overall, but they're 1-3 in the league, and they got to really. This is kind of a must-win for them if they are to have any chance of the CIF playoffs. Tough bunch of kids. All right, passes to quarterback for the Rosemead is number 9, Adrian Marquez. He tries to pass it to number 6, Jacob Wang, but the ball was incomplete, overthrown. Head coach for the Vikings is Mark Paredes. And now there is a run play here. Carrying the ball is number 1, Daniel Aguilera. Looks like he got about a couple of yards. Looking at Rosemead. Rosemead having a much tougher year. They're 2-5 overall, but 0-3 in the league. So once again, they're kind of struggling. And they need to win this one to have any hope whatsoever with the CIF. But now, ball is complete to number 7. That's Abel Del Castro. He catches it, but stumbles immediately. Looks like there's still a loss, or maybe, yes, a 4th down and about 12 yards to go. And so obviously no chance of any kind of first down yet, so they're going to be punting. 4th and 12. Back to kick is for the Rosemead. Kind of hard to see their numbers here. But back to receive for Mountain View's number 24. That would be Julian Castro. And Castro is going to be able to, he just fell on it. Kind of caught the ball there. Good thing, because that's a dangerous catch. He had to dive for it. Sometimes coaches just want you to let it go and just kind of let the ball roll, but you don't want it to bounce off your body, that's for sure. So at any rate, the ball is placed at around, looks like the 45-yard line. Only about a 20-yard punt. Taking over now at the Viking offense. Quarterbacking for the Vikings is number 7, Manuel Gonzalez. He's been the starter for most of the season. And the ball is handed off to some, let's see, the ball is handed off. And it's about a yard gain. Running with the ball is their main guy, number 4, and that is Everardo Nunez. He's going to be carrying the ball a good chunk of the evening for the Vikings. So we're at the 47-yard line. And it looks like it's about second and, about a good 8. They're back to the line of scrimmage. Both teams facing each other right now. Nunez now there's a shotgun formation, number 7, and tries to throw it to Everardo Nunez, and it's incomplete. So Gonzalez could not connect with Nunez. Now we got down to 3rd down and 8. Let's see what they're going to do now. Looking for the play. Warm night here in El Monte. It's senior night for the Mountain View Vikings here. And we want to congratulate all seniors for all 4 years. Both teams are in the line of scrimmage right now. Back to pass. And ball is being thrown. Caught by number 5. And he's still on his feet, but, just short. So this number 5, Noah, almost caught the ball and makes it about a yard shy of the 1st down. I don't know where they're going to place it, but from here it looks like he's a little shy. And, yes, he's short of the 1st down. However, it is 1 yard to go, and it is now 4th down and 1 yard to go. So let's see what Mark Gonzalez and Nunez and head coach Peralta decides they want to do right now. And, of course, with a big bull running back, number 11, they are going to go with him, obviously. And Nunez, well, not only does he get a 1st down, he picks up about another 5 yards, carrying a whole stack of people on his back. Big kid, Mark Nunez. I'm sorry, make it Everardo Nunez. He's about 5'8", 220 pounds. Pure muscle, that sounds. So looks okay. So now they're back on the line of scrimmage. Give it back to Nunez, who muscles his way for another 2 to 3 yard gain. They're working him. Rosemead finding a hard time to try to tackle this guy. These short gains are really working well for Mountain View so far. So Mountain View in a must-win situation here. So once again, it is senior night, and let me go down the list over here to see who are seniors. They got a lot of seniors here, but first we are back at the line of scrimmage. Manuel Gonzalez still quarterbacking. Nunez in the background, in motion, and there is a penalty on the play. And let's see who are they going to call it against? Might have been against the Vikings. Yep, it is against the Vikings, so offsides. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Bring it back. It brings up 2nd down and, about a 14. So, kind of digging themselves a little hole over here. So we do definitely want to congratulate many of the Mountain View seniors. First of all, Gio Villa, senior wide receiver, number 2. Number 3, Jose Vargas. All right, back to the line of scrimmage. Both teams are. Let's see what Gonzalez. Oh, and ball's thrown over it, but thank goodness the play was called dead because that was a very bad snap. Ball went way over the head of Manuel Gonzalez. And looks like it was another 5-yard penalty, but I'll tell you, that's the better of the 2 plays that just happened because that was a really bad snap that made it all the way over the head of Gonzalez, and that would have been a disaster. He would have had to scramble to get that ball, but still remains, however, they are now 2nd and a ways away, so about almost like a 2nd and 19 or something like that. But at any rate, back to the line of scrimmage. Okay, ball is snapped. He's looking to throw. Throws and tipped. Intended for number 8, which is Anthony Irazo Jr. Anyway, so here we go again. Gio Villa is a senior, so is Jose Vargas, the wide receiver. Everardo Nunez, the powerful running back. Who knows where he's going to go next year, but he definitely should continue playing ball. Another senior to mention, Jake Guevara. Okay, Manuel Gonzalez, a quarterback. He'll definitely be missed next year. Then coming is Antonio Arrasco, and who is a wide receiver. Fernando Valles, the defensive end. 5'11", 202. All right, we are back in the line of scrimmage, and the play is stopped. I think the Vikings called a timeout. And so then in the meantime, we'll go ahead and continue with the seniors. Congratulations to Antonio Arrasco, senior wide receiver. Fernando Valles, defensive end, senior. Juan Vargas, offensive lineman. 6'3", 275. I'll tell you, if he doesn't get a job as a football player, he would make a great bouncer. Andy Ojeda, running back, 5'5", 140. Another senior, Rene Alba, wide receiver. Omar Nabrano, running back. Marcus Alvarez, who's also a senior quarterback. Running back, Justin Ramos. Julian Castro, a star player here for the Vikings. Then they're back into the line of scrimmage, and let's see what they're going to do. Gonzalez in the background with Nunez, another high snap, but he's able to grab it, and he is in trouble, and he is sacked. Sacked at around the 41-yard line, and that did not feel good. Now they're way back. It is now fourth and about, well, I'd say it's about fourth and about 50, about almost 40. It's a long ways away. So they got no choice but to bring in their punting unit. Fourth and very long, that is. Okay, so kicking is going to be number 6, Jake Guevara, back to receive for Rosemead. Again, kind of hard to see their numbers. I want to say that's number 0. If it is, that's Ethan Nago. So here's a kick. Ball is going to reach there, and it's in a hop, and Nago fields it and takes it down to the sideline. Okay, and a good run back, makes it all the way to around the 35-yard line. All right. So it makes it about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Rosemead. About a 15-yard. We are going to recognize, I think we mentioned Omar Nabrano, senior running back, but now we are at the line of scrimmage again. Quarterbacking for Rosemead, and a handoff for number 1, who is stopped immediately. Nowhere to go. Daniel Aguilar carrying, but tackled by a whole bunch of purple jerseys. Not going anywhere. Quarterback is Adrian Marquez, number 9, tall guy. Looking at the sidelines now for any kind of sign from the coach. And now they are basically getting ready. They are at the line of scrimmage. Marquez waiting for the snap. Okay, here we go, and fakes it. Again, another screen play, this time to number 6. 3rd down, and player is down. He got hurt over there, and he's at the Rosemead sidelines, so play will be stopped to tend to number, I believe that's number 6, and that is Jacob Wang, who kind of got hurt there. Anyways, going back into the running back situation, Justin Ramos, running back. Julian Castro, again, we had mentioned before, star wide receiver. Not many other they have a lot of seniors here. So then we got Kevin Barreto, senior outside linebacker and middle linebacker. And then we've got Justin Rubalcava, offensive line. And then we've got Jesus Torres, number 70. This guy, he's a senior, 6'0", 300 pounds. Someone's going to be wanting to recruit this guy just for the size itself. Javier Avila, senior, 6 foot, 270 pounds. And the rest are sophomores and juniors waiting for their turn for the eventual senior night. And of course, the cheerleaders are being recognized. We don't know who they are. They don't give us a roster for the cheerleaders, but we want to thank them as well and congratulate them for 4 years of service to their school. Also, the band members get recognized senior night. And an offside, number 4, Nunez. Looks like he kind of jumped the gun, got a little eager there. And that'll bring the ball up about 5 yards and places it at about the, looks like the 43-yard line. But that brings it down to about 3rd and 2 yards, I guess. Yeah, 3rd and 2. And we're just waiting for play to continue. Number 9, Adrian Marquez, talking to his players. And now they're set to continue play. They're at the shotgun formation, and it's a keeper. So Marquez trying to run, and whoa, he's got an opening there. That's a good run, and runs all the way to the 30-yard line. So he goes from the 35 to the 30. That is about a 20-yard run, and obviously a first down. Good run by the quarterback, Adrian Marquez. Looking very slick, very nifty. Found a good hole and went for it. All right. 1st and 10, Rosemead. Vikings hanging tough. Okay, Marquez throws to number 2, who, what a great move. And spins away and still carries, still going up to the 28-yard line. Marquez, number 9, throws to number 2, Cesar Rivas. And another Rosemead first down. Okay. They're back at the line of scrimmage. And Marquez is kind of guiding the ship over there, telling everybody what to do, where to line up. That's a good leader right there. All right, and the ball is handed off to number 1. And ball almost to another first down, carried up to the 25-yard line. Number 1 is Daniel Aguilar, making a good run. Have about 2 minutes and 37 seconds in the first half. There's a stoppage of play, but the ball is still being, the clock is still running. All right, here we go. Back to the line of scrimmage. Snap. Marquez completes it. 2. Let's see, who is this? That's another first down, and he signals it. Ball is caught by number 2, Cesar Rivas. It is 1st and 10. Okay, a little delay in the game right now. Kind of winding down the clock a little bit more. Okay, back to pass, number 9. Another screenplay. But this time he really, he carried the ball about a good 7 yards. So Marquez, quarterback, throws it to Rivas again. They seem to like the screenplay for this Rosemead team. Looks like it's about 2nd and about 5. About a minute and a half to go in the first half. Time has been called, and we are going to stop the ball. All right, so 2nd, and the ball's on the 7-yard line. So I guess there was a no gain in the previous. Well, how can there not be? So the ball is on the 7-yard line. Timeout, Vikings. Rosemead playing tough, hanging in there. Not seeming like a 2-5 team. Once again, a senior night here at El Monte here at beautiful Mountain View High School Stadium. And it's been a pleasure here to be announcing my third game here. Want to thank Mr. Mann for trusting in me and allowing me to be of service. All right. Rosemead returns back to the line of scrimmage. They're out of their huddle and they're ready to go. So here we go. Marquez is behind in a shotgun formation, and the running back is number 1. And looks like a 2-yard gain. Number 1 is Daniel Aguilar. They're moving it for sure. It's 3rd and 7. Not sure where they're going to place the markers. I can't see how it can be 3rd and 7 when the ball's on the... Looks like the ball is on the 5-yard line, so how could it be 3rd and 7? But anyways, it is 3rd down. Looks like we'll make it 3rd and goal. And they're pushing it. Maybe it's 3rd and 7 inches because they got a first down. Okay, so it is now 1st and goal. Previously it said on the scoreboard 3rd and 7, but that was not the case because they got the first down. So first down, Rosemead knocking on the door. No team has scored a touchdown yet. There's about 40 seconds left in the first quarter, but the ball is on the 1-yard line, and they are now moving forward. Let's see what the ref said. The ref have not indicated. Short of the touchdown, no gain on the play, so it'll remain 2nd down and about 1 to go, maybe a little bit less than 1. Okay, Marquez right behind the center, and there's a tush push. Let's see, he's a tall kid. He reaches over. That should be a touchdown. Yes, it is. Touchdown, Rosemead. I'll tell you, the tush push by the Eagles have now extended all the way across the country to the Mountain View Rosemead. And it is 6-0 for Rosemead. Not a promising start for the Vikings. Still early, but now we're going for the point after. Kicking for Rosemead is number 25, Aiden Tam. They're just waiting for the kick. And the kick has been blocked. Blocked by the Vikings. So the score remains at 6-0. All right, so now it's going to be the Vikings' turn to try to turn things around here and make things happen. Both teams are about to line up for the kickoff. Rosemead kicking off to Mountain View. Kicking off is number 25, Aiden Tam. And Mountain View. Can't really see who's about to kick, who's about to receive the kick, but, well, it won't matter until they start running, will it? And now the ball is played dead. So one of the back people is number 2, Giovia, and the ball is kicked. And it looks like a good run there. The ball was carried by number 44. And number 44 is, we don't know. It's not listed here. So number 44 picked up the ball and kind of rushed it in. First and 10, Vikings get the ball. Ball is placed around the 46-yard line. In high school football, Each quarter is about 12 minutes long. And so, personally, I think they can handle 16 minutes like the NFL. Vikings now take over. They're going to be, that was the end of the first quarter, by the way. So now both teams will switch sides. Vikings will take over, trying to get over to the east side of the stadium. Quarterbacking still for the Vikings is Manuel Gonzalez. Same offensive unit as before. Okay, Vikings line up at the scrimmage along with Rosemead, and the ball is snapped, given to Nunez, but it's a keeper actually, a play fake, and it is incomplete. Ball intended for number 2, Giovia. Gonzalez, play action, fake to Nunez. Worked well because they were all going after Nunez, but the intention was to get to Giovia, and the ball just fell short. This game is live streamed. Here at YouTube. Amazing facilities they have. Okay, so we continue playing. Nunez carries the ball and runs over. And look at him go, still going. And carries the ball across the 45-yard line. That is a Viking first down. Ball started at about the 44-yard line and made it all the way to about almost the 49-yard line. He just kind of rumbles across, taking a few players with him. Okay, Vikings back to the line of scrimmage. Nunez in the back with Manuel Gonzalez, but Nunez this time is being tackled, grabbed for a loss of yardage. And that's number 55 for Rosemead. Number 55 is George Carrasco. And he's a senior, so may not be senior night for Rosemead, but we want to acknowledge them too. Okay, so it is now second and about 12. And so they're kind of digging themselves in the hole a little bit now, so they're going to have to work hard to get out of this. Okay, ball is snapped. The toss is complete. Oh, right off the bat, what a hit. Ball intended for Antonio Orozco, but a shot by number 5, David Boa. Boy, he just took a whack and knocked the ball out of their hands. Gonzalez could have thrown a little bit faster, and it would have been much easier, but it gave kind of a slow pass and gave enough time for the defenders to reach the receiver and just kind of whacked it out of his hand. So that brings up about 3rd and 11 now. Both teams at the line of scrimmage. Gonzalez back to pass, looking, and now running. He is grabbed and sacked at the 50-yard line by number 32. And number 32 is Justin Morales. So Panthers doing themselves a big favor by playing tough defense. Manuel Gonzalez never had a chance, couldn't find anyone open. Had to tuck the ball in and take the sack. So now we're at 4th down and 11 yards. And again, they are calling another timeout. So we will have a moment of silence here and be back as soon as they play again. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Jake Weber is going to be the punter. And back to receive for Rosemead is number 6. Already the ball is kicked and taken by number 2. And the ball, and he's still on his feet and finally taken down. Thank you. Number 2, Cesar Rivas intercepted the ball, intended for Ethan to go. But Caesar, able to get the ball, kind of danced around a little bit and just basically, well, there was no real gain in the play. It is first down and 10. Let's say the ball is about at the 15-yard line, so it was kind of a successful punt. Make it at the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. It's hard to read these grid lines. But now both teams are back to the line of scrimmage. The ball is given. So run around the... So number 9, that was a quarterback keeper, runs around the corner. 9 is, of course, Adrian Marquez. It's now 2nd and 2. So it was a good run for the most part. Okay, so 2nd and 2. Adrian Marquez proving to be the star of this show. And the ball is snapped. Marquez back to drop. Sees a receiver. And it is completed. Oh, what a great move. Another good move. And still on his feet towards the sideline. Still going. Number 2, Cesar Rivas. Picks up the first down. That looks like it's about a 20-yard gain. And the Panthers, Rosemead Panthers at their own 46-yard line. First down and 10 to go. Vikings defense, got to step it up. Now we are back at the line of scrimmage. And the ball is handed off to number 1, and he is met right away by the Viking defense. Number 1 is Daniel Aguilar. No gain on that play. Might have been even a few yards loss on that play. Tonight is Pink Out Night, football Pink Out Night here at Mountain View. Tackling breast cancer. Thank you for the ASB people to come up to that idea. Great time to do that. It's senior night here at Mountain View, and so they are also acknowledging the importance of breast cancer awareness. All right, we are now back at the line of scrimmage. The ball is passed. Number 9 is throwing it deep, and it is caught. It is caught. It's a touchdown. It is a Rosemead touchdown.
That's crazy.
Number 6, Jacob Wang beat them all. He ran like lightning all the way into the end zone. That was about a 40-yard play. Great throw by Adrian Marquez. And that was right on the money. That was an NCAA throw. All right, and now they're basically going to be trying the point after, or are they going to try for the 2? Well, Marquez is still out there. I think they're trying out for the 2. So Marquez gets the ball, hands it off to number 1, and they get their 2. So number 1, Daniel Aguilar, gets the handoff from Marquez and gets the 2, and they make up for that missed field goal from some time ago. The score is now 14-0 Rosemead. So, well, just like that, 14-0. Some tough play, some good offense, an amazing quarterback. I tell you, that guy Marquez, and he's tall. He's definitely accurate. His balls have velocity. And he's a senior. And actually, take that back. He is not a senior. Oh, look out, CIF. This kid's only a sophomore. So he's got 2 years. He's going to make a name for himself. Okay, so let's see. Back to kickoff for Rosemead is going to be Aiden Tam. All right, let's see if he can reach all the way to the end over there. So this time the ball is fielded. Good running back by number 2. And almost, looks like there might have been a loose ball there. There is a fumble, but it looks like it's actually well, the Vikings say that they have it. And looks like it is still Vikings ball. Not sure who ran the ball. We don't have the blessings of instant replay right here, but there's a lot of bodies everywhere all around. And as a result, the Vikings still maintain possession. And that's that. Okay, so quickly they're back at the line of scrimmage. Viking quarterback Gonzalez got a lot to work here. Actually, no, you know what? I take that back. It is the Rosemead ball. They recovered their fumble. Wasn't sure. So they're back on offense. Aguilara carries the ball for about 11 yards. My apologies, folks. It was kind of hard to tell. You know, it's very hard to tell when you don't have a spotter. So I wasn't sure if it was Resita's ball or if it was Rosemead's ball, or if it was Mountain View's ball. It seems like it could have been anybody's ball, but it looks like it's definitely Rosemead. But they are about 1 yard. They're 2nd and 1. The ball is at the 31-yard line. Tough call, tough break for Mountain View. Okay, so the ball is thrown. Another one overthrown this time. Intended target was Cesar Rivas. So Marquez trying to throw his magic once again, but not this time. All right, Viking fans are definitely getting excited, getting rowdy. Back to the line of scrimmage. Here we go. The ball is now handed off, and it's a quarterback keeper, Marquez. I believe he has the first down. About a 7-yard gain, and it is a first down. Not quite yet first and goal, but a first down nonetheless. Marquez is proving to be the all-around ball player. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is only a sophomore. And someone's going to catch his eye. So he now rolls right and looking to throw. Marquez keeps it and, makes a good gain out of it. It's about 3 yards shy of another first down. So call it, maybe 3rd and 7, I believe. It's 2nd and 3. Ball around the 15-yard line. So they are in the red zone. They can still pick up a first down. Marquez takes the snap. Backdrop. Looks, throws, and overthrows. Wasn't quite there to connect. Ball is incomplete. Intended for number 6, Jacob Wang. And didn't quite connect. Was a little too, a lot of velocity Marquez has, for sure. Wang just couldn't catch up, but here we go. No huddle this time. And Marquez back throw, looking. Oh, he might keep. What is he going to keep? His kick can keep it, but he is met immediately by Vikings number 8, Anthony Erazo. And not sure what they can do now, but it was 4th and 1, and that now. So they're still going to go for it. So Marquez is in the background. Vikings better be on their toes, and now a penalty is now being called, I guess. And it's that one hurt. That's against the Vikings. So they're saying offsides against the Vikings, and I believe that brings it to a first down now. 1st and goal. Not where you want to have a penalty for sure. Now the ball is now at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and another timeout being called. We have about 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first half. Vikings really haven't been much on the game here. Hopefully they will kind of suffice. And in the meantime, we are watching Sohei Ohtani, this beautiful jumbotron that they have over here. And Ohtani hits the ball, and that one looks like it is out of here. Ohtani hits a home run. Looks like the Dodgers might be headed back to the Fall Classic. And I'll tell you this one thing, that this crowd, whether you're with Rosemead or whether you're with Mountain View, we're all Dodger fans. We're all rooting for the boys in blue. Ohtani hits one. I tell you, I smell MVP for him. Amazing jumbotron that they have over here at Mountain View. Very proud program over here. They've done an amazing job. Really amazing. So right now the Dodgers are now up 5-0 against the Brewers. It is at the bottom of the 8th. Smells like a World Series, a national pennant winning game here. Dodgers returning back if they hang on to win. So anyway, back to Mountain View football. They're going for another 2. Marquez, he drops the ball, but he picks it right back up. Now he's looking to throw, and he throws it. And it is successful. Okay, so they got the 2 points. Ball is caught by number 13, and that is Fabio Adrianzen, wide receiver. Okay, touchdown. It is now 20-0, Rosemead. And this is smelling like a rout. Just like the Dodgers are routing the Brewers. So here we go. And another penalty being thrown. We don't know what this is all about. And it looks like it's against the coaches. So the coaches are being penalized. The referee pointed at Coach Paredes, saying there might be a little, I guess in basketball it would be a technical foul. But waiting in the wings to kick the ball is number 25, Aiden Tam. Not sure exactly how they're going to penalize the Vikings. But Coach is not happy about that at all. He's not happy about something. Well, if you're down 20-0, I guess you'd be upset over everything. Okay, so now the referees are telling them to go back and back up. Sometimes you got to be careful where you stand in the sidelines. If you're past the purple, in this case the purple stripe, every team has a color stripe that players can't cross. Okay, they do that so that the referees can call the play and not interfere with the play. Okay, the ball is snapped, and yet another failed kick by 25, Tam. He is 0-2 for the evening. I guess the only thing that's really not going well for the Rosemead team. And, however, it's still 20-0. Mostly because of the play of Adrian Marquez. Marquez is connecting. He's running hard. Looks like another Patrick Mahomes there. All right, so here we go again. And back to receive is Giovia. Okay. Number 10 is Anthony Orozco. And the ball was never kicked that far, so they're going to move up a little bit. Sort of like the outfielder is moving up against a very weak hitter. So Tam doesn't seem like to be able to kick too far. So they're going to move up to field his kicks. And they're lining up. And here we go, the kick. And once again, this time it does reach number 2, Orozco. And he carries the ball, a decent run back across the 31-yard line. So let's call it about a 10-yard return. So that's number 2, Giavia. And so now the Vikings will try their luck. We've got about 5:16 left in the first half. And Vikings kind of need to get things going here. Still in the game, but boy, are they a little in deep here now. So, well, if it's any consolation, it could be a lot worse. I've seen teams at 50 to nothing losing before the second quarter. But at any rate, okay, they're lined up at the scrimmage. It is going to be a direct handoff to number 21, Marcus Alvarez, who doesn't get a gain. So it looks like there's no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. And they're now returning to the line of scrimmage. Wasn't sure if that was a quarterback keeper, but the ball was snapped directly to 21, who is, yep, he's a quarterback. That's Marcus Alvarez. So I guess they're either resting Manuel Gonzalez or take him out of the game. But let's see now what we happen here. So the ball is handed off to number 4, Nunez. And about a yard gain. Not sure exactly what happened to number 7, Manuel Gonzalez, who is a starting quarterback. I don't see him in the sidelines or anything. And is it because he's in the field now? Who knows? Let's see. Well, actually, nope, 21 is still the quarterback, Marcus Alvarez. He's a senior. These guys are playing their, I wouldn't say their final, and now here is a penalty. That is a delay of game. So Vikings taking a little too long for everything. Nope, I guess it isn't. They waved the yellow flag. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, these referees, who knows what they think about sometimes. The ball is snapped. Ball is kept. Quarterback sneak. Here we go. And met immediately by a lot of Rosemead. Number 44 is the tackler. Number 44 is Rigo Sanchez. That was a quarterback keeper by Marcus Alvarez. But how about that? He got the first down. So that was a good run. It was only about a 2-yard, 3-yard gain. But he's able to get enough for a first down. Ball is snapped, given to Nunez, and he rumbles, carrying a whole bunch of everybody in with him. So he makes it all the way to about the 45-yard line of Rosemead. So they are in Rosemead territory. Player is down. That's number 2, Cesar Rivas. Hopefully he's okay. So the play will stop, so they can tend to Rivas. Once again, we have pink out night here at Mountain View High School, and it is a beautiful night. You know, that we want to definitely recognize the Mountain View ASB for commemorating tonight for breast cancer. Such a hard thing to deal with. The Vikings have about, let me see, it looks like they have about 12 men in the coaching staff. Pretty deep. So, of course, head coach Mark Paredes. And we have senior teams Joseph Canales as the special teams. Offensive coordinator is Anthony Chacon. Offense and defensive line is Rudy Gastelum. He's got some big boys he's working with. And then, of course, the athletic director is Mr. Lopez, Angel Lopez. All right, and they are now back at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is still Marcus Alvarez. Okay, and there's 3 of them in the background. And it looks like there's another penalty. And it might be against, nope, it is against the Vikings. So another penalty. That's kind of hurt there because it now brings up 1st and 15. Band is getting ready to play for the crowd here. A good-sized crowd here at Mountain View Stadium. All right, we are back at playing action right now. Alvarez getting his troops ready to play. And he is at a shotgun formation, surrounded by number 20, Omar Nobrano, and 4, Everardo Nunez. And again, the play is stopped. Not sure why. But it looks like, okay, here we go. Back into action again. Same formation, same 3-man formation, and the ball is a quarterback keeper. And there he goes. There he goes. A good run back by number 21, Marcus Alvarez. I'll tell you, he might just consider being a running back because that was a good run there. That's a first down. That's about a 20-yard run. Okay, young man, you're definitely the spark plug that the Vikings really needed. Here we are at the close to the 20-yard line, make it the 21-yard line. Alvarez still in the background. Small kid, but very stocky, very, very strong, looking very strong. Oh, fumble, and he gives it to Nunez. Alvarez didn't handle that ball too well, kind of fumbled it a little bit, but he kept it in the air, kept it in front of him, and was able to make the handoff to Nunez, who carried the ball a couple of yards. Let's make it about 2nd and about 8. Okay, about a little under 3 minutes left to play in the first half of this game. 2nd and 9. Okay, so Marcus Alvarez still in the center, still now standing next to Nunez, and let's see if he keeps it. He throws instead, and the ball is completed to number 24, I believe. Yes, number 24, Julian Castro. Brings the ball up a little bit. Not quite a first down, but very close. So it's about 3rd and 2, I believe. Ball is on let's see, where's it on? It is on the 13-yard line, so they are knocking on that. Now, this is a strange I formation. They got like 3, and here comes, number 7 is back at quarterback. Number 7 is Gonzalez trying to connect with Irazo, number 8, and couldn't do it. Well, not sure why they would bring Gonzalez back when Alvarez was so successful at moving the ball. They put back in Gonzalez. I don't get that call, but hey, I'm not the coach. So anyways, so Gonzalez is back to throw the ball, gives it to Nunez, and who rumbles his way for a couple of yards. But enough for a first down. Tough kid. Definitely tough kid. Can move an entire bunch of bodies along with him, and that is definitely needed in any football team. So we have 1st and 10 at the 13. So I guess it's 1st and goal. Gonzalez back at quarterback and hands the ball to Nunez, who pushes his way close to the 5-yard line. So about another, well, not a first down because they can only get a touchdown, but another couple of yards. Okay, looks like the ball was moved to about, let's see, there is second down and on the 10-yard line. Okay, I formation, Gonzalez behind the center, and hands it up to Nunez again, who rumbles his way more. So they seem to be going up the middle more. So it's it's a third down. And I guess they can score a first. They can get a first down. It's 3rd and 2. Always hard to call high school football because so much being moved, and we don't know. We don't have the benefit of monitors or replays or anything. Anyway, the ball is now given back to Nunez, who rushes in for a touchdown. Finally is able to see a little spark of the offense here by the Vikings. Nunez goes in about a 10-yard run all the way into the end zone. Vikings got their 6. All right, good job. Let's see if number 6, Jake Guevara, can go ahead and make the field goal and inch the Vikings closer to, well, catching up with Rosemead. So here is the kick. Okay. And not sure what happened there. Looks like the ball was stopped. Yeah, the ball with the game. The play was stopped. And well, we'll see what happens. Let's see if they continue. A lot of the ball players here for the Vikings playing with pink socks, pink sleeves, carrying pink towels. I even see some of the Rosemead players wearing pink, which is very admirable for them to do so. Pink is the in. All right, so let's see exactly what's happening here. Number 6, Jake Guevara, is talking to the official. Now he's in position to kick the ball. And the ball is snapped. And looks like it is good. All right, 7. Now they got 7. So there's 2 scores down now. With only 38 seconds left in the first half. We have a nice little ceremony happening in the first half to commemorate the seniors. As both teams line up for the kickoff. And Mountain View will be kicking off to Rosemead. Here we go. Mountain View High School has cameras on all corners of this field, covering just about every angle so you can get a really good view of the game. And really much appreciated. Here is the kick. The ball is kicked deep. Not quite bounced. Takes one bounce and picked up. And run back by number 2, Cesar Rivas. About a 7 or 8 yard gain. Okay, run back. At 1st and 10 with about 34 seconds left in the half. And it's been a very good game. Mountain View showing some strength in the latter part of the second half. Their defense have stopped the Rosemead offense, and the offense has definitely found its little groove here. So let's see if they can keep moving back. What they really need now is a turnover. But can they stop Adrian Marquez? Can they stop him? Okay, Marquez still at quarterback. And he's back to pass. And it is, wow. If that's a pass interference, that should have been. But it is a ball caught. Michael Wang had defenders all over him, but still managed to make a call. I'm surprised that wasn't a pass interference, but It is still a completed pass. It's 2nd and 3. And it looks like Rosemead has called timeout, so we will kind of look around what's happening here. Of course, this is pink out time, and it is for sure a very commemorative thing. So, all right, senior night here, recognizing all the seniors, even the band members. So here's some pretty cool facts over here. So what they do here is you get a QR code, and you can actually look at the program they have over here. And this is really cool facts. So Mountain View High School football was founded in 1971. And at that time, the principal, let's see, well, no, the principal is, it wasn't founded, he's not that old. So anyways, they call this the Viking Stadium, and it's AstroTurf. All right, ball is continued to play. Passes was intended to number 1, the intended receiver, so couldn't connect, Daniel Aguilar. So Marquez and Aguilar could not connect. It is now 3rd and 2. Let's see what Rosemead wants to do with just a few seconds left, 24 to be exact. Marquez back to pass. Back in there, but now he's back to pass. And looking. Kid's got an arm. Throws it out of bound. No receiver in sight. He had 2 other options that were probably better targets, but decided to go to the sideline. Just not a bad idea, because if the receiver caught it, could have easily stopped the clock. Trying to get to field goal position, although their kicker hasn't been able to kick 2 single points. I'm sure they're doing the best they can to try to get one more score before the half, but we are running out of time with only about 18 seconds left. So Marquez now back to pass. There we go. Throws the ball to the sidelines. It is incomplete. Intended for number 2, Cesar Rivas. And it looks like, well, that's that. So with about 13 seconds left, Mountain View takes over in downs. They're at a much better position than Rosemead was. Let's see what they decide to do. We have wideouts on both ends of the line of scrimmage, ready for a deep Hail Mary possibly. Okay, Gonzalez back to pass, looking deep, and incomplete. Gonzalez trying to look for that quick 6 there, and ain't happening. So with 8 seconds left to go, probably try another Hail Mary. Let's see what happens over here, because it's been a trying time trying to connect deep. But maybe they can do it. Here we go. Gonzalez back. He's looking deep. He's throwing deep and overthrows. The intended receiver was number 10, Antonio Orozco. And with 4 seconds now left to play. Don't give up, boys. 4 seconds can be a quick TD. And here we go again. Gonzalez with his team. And he's back to pass, throwing for another deep ball. And, well, again, if there could have been a pass interference, that would have been it. But intended for number 8, Anthony Erazo. And I guess the referees decide, well, let's just end it right there for the second half. For the second half, we'll start in about a few minutes, in about 15 minutes. So during this 15 minutes, I will be silent. You can still watch the live streaming halftime show commemorating the Mountain View Vikings seniors. And, of course, on this case, we want to congratulate all the seniors for 4 years of hard work and trying. You deserve it as you go out into the real world. I want to wish you all the best of luck. You guys can excel in the real world more so than you've excelled in high school. And Could be a little scary, but you know what? If you have faith in yourself, you can definitely do that. Definitely make things happen. Alrighty. We'll be back.
You can eat it, man. You're the big one. Yeah, no problem. You want to sleep? No, I'm already full. I'm gonna watch it. Get to it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I want to go to the library when it ended. Now we switch with them, right? Wait. Oh shoot! Give me my tickets. Oh shoot. Take an extra battery because they need it.
What bonus food did you get? Oh, they brought you
Where's the battery? I don't know, but I have the battery here. Good. Because they need it. Oh, okay.
on the big board?
Never mind. You can just go. The refs are already walking this way. They're gonna be mad at girl.
I just rewired it.
I know. That's okay. Mine is too, and I can't even get her excited. I'm excited, but
We had the same problem yesterday.
What's the same problem?
The referees are just hurrying it up, hurrying up, hurrying up. Didn't seem to work.
Yes, Ruth skimming everyone.
Score update, Dodgers game, win 5-1, advances to the World Series.
Yeah, there's 4 of them up there, right?
Well, if you're hot, you're hot.
And we are back starting the second half. We had an amazing event during halftime commemorating seniors from the football field, the cheer, and the band. Now we are ready for football again as Mountain View is ready to kick off. Starting, here we go. The ball is kicked. It's a short kick, fielded at the 30-yard line, and it is taken out. Fielding the ball for Rosemead is number 6, Jacob Wang. And looks like the ball is going to be at the Rosemead 35-yard line. And so, if you're just joining us, this is senior night here at Mountain View High School, a very special night indeed for our seniors, where we commemorate seniors in the great high school of Mountain View. Such an amazing facilities over here. So many good things are happening here. So we're here to commemorate those people who, well, gave it their all, from homework to sports to choir to everything. Alrighty, so here we go. Number 9, however, for Rosemead has been the story. Okay, and the ball is snapped low, but he's looking to pass. Now he's running to the left, going now as a keeper, and tackled right there by number 8, and that is Anthony Arazo. When I mean number 9, I meant Adrian Marquez, who's been really the lightning rod for the Rosemead Falcons. They're up 20-7, but Mountain View has definitely caught up in a way. They have scored a touchdown late in the second quarter, and within striking distance, I would say. Marquez back to pass, back in the shotgun formation. Gives it to number 1, Daniel Aguilar. And he carries it about a couple of yards. Looks like it's third down. Ball looks like it's third and long, but third and 9. Marquez has definitely run the ball, passed the ball, scored a touchdown in different ways. And now that was an offside. Player knocked on the ground. That's a 5-yard penalty against the Vikings. And that'll bring it all the way to about the 36, or about that 30, about the 37-yard line. It is now 3rd and 5. Offsides against number 12, Kenneth Pung. Okay, and both teams are on the line of scrimmage again. Ball is snapped, and this time it is a keeper. And there he goes again. Marquez got the first down and scampers about 10 yards. Slides all the way to about the 46-yard line. Make it about the 48-yard line, but either way, it's a first down. From the looks of this right now, he's about 6'2". Can easily see across. And looks like there is a stoppage of play. We don't know why. There's no penalty, but the referee is having a hard time picking up the ball. Well, he's finally, I guess he's placing the ball exactly so it's parallel to the markers. And now they're discussing something. Not sure what. At any rate, or it could have been that the Vikings already called a timeout. That might have been it. Okay, so we will take a couple of seconds to take a break. We'll be right back. All right. Rosemead back at the line of scrimmage facing the Vikings. Falcons up 20-7. Up on the line, we got 23, Justin Law. And now the ball is played. And it looks like it's being handed off to number 2, Cesar Rivas. Once again, the line, up in the line, 11, 12, and 23. 11 is Fernando Villas. Juan Zagate Vargas, and number 23 is Justin Ramos. Big boys at the front, although according to this sheet, they're running backs. So, okay, so Marquez hands the ball off to number 5, it looks like, who was just smothered. Holds on to the ball as much as he can. Doesn't get much. And number 5 for Rosemead is David Boa. So it looks like it is now, well, it was 2nd and 3. Hard to see the scoreboard, but it's still 2nd and 3. And we just started the second half. 9 minutes up. Then there is movement. Looks like number 12 for the Vikings. Number 12 is Juan Zagate. Offensive line, or the defensive tackle. 6'3", 275, big boy. I would imagine once you start, kind of hard to stop yourself with that size. But he is penalized and cost the team 5 yards. And that would actually be a first down for the Rosemead Falcons. Okay, they move the chains. Players are lined up at the line of scrimmage. Marquez back at quarterback. Player in motion. Handoff to number 5, who finds an outside, looking good. Good run. So that is number 5. David Boa picks up enough for another first down. All right, looking good. Runs the ball all the way to about the 21-yard line, just shy of the red zone. And there's a small delay in the game right here. Not sure why, but everybody's lined up at the scrimmage now. Boa is back there with Marquez, and Boa gets the ball, and he runs, and there he goes. Okay, runs it up to close to the 25-yard line. Decent-sized run. It is now 2nd down. Let's see where they place the ball. Say about 2nd and 5. So Rosemead is definitely moving the ball. Number 5 is David Boa. He's only 5'7", 130 pounds, but looks like he's got some lightning speed there. Vikings getting ready. They're on their knees, and Marquez is now shotgun formation. It's a low snap. Marquez keeps it and runs with it. And again, there's a penalty on the play as he rumbles to about the, still on, they never brought him down to the ground, but he made it all the way to about between the 5 and the 6 yard line. Never made it to the ground. Let's see what the penalty's about. Referee on top of it, and it seems like there was a penalty against Rosemead. Never quite saw a penalty like that before, but it is penalty nonetheless. And let's see where they bring the ball back, about 5-yard penalty. So that brings up about 2nd and 16. So actually, I'm sorry, about 2nd, yeah. 2nd and 5. The ball is on the 16, correction, sorry. So the ball's on the 16, 2nd and 5. And that's a definite penalty. We don't know exactly who jumped. Both teams are pointing at each other. Referee has yet to move the ball back. But the ball is, yes, the ball has been moved. It's a 10-yard penalty. 2nd, I'm sorry, no, they haven't moved back. The ball is on the 25. Yes, they have. So 2nd and 15 to go. So definitely a painful penalty there. Ball intended. A pass thrown. Ball intended for the end zone. Incomplete. Brings down 3rd and 15 now. Still kind of waiting around for a little. Game's kind of slowing down. I'm not sure why. Okay, both teams are back at the line of scrimmage. Marquez back to pass. In a crowd, looking deep and intended for number 6. That is Jacob Wang. A flag has been thrown. The ball is incomplete, but a flag is thrown, and we're not sure exactly. Usually around the area where pass interference, but we don't know. See what the referee has to say. Pass interference. Yep, against the Vikings. So that is going to hurt. That's an automatic first down, pretty much. Let's see where they place the ball. So the ball is placed on the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 10. The play has not changed, but it should be. It is now 3rd and 2, actually. So it is not an automatic first down. Rather maybe it was a small penalty. But either way, Marquez throws, and he keeps it. He's turning the corner, and he is strung back, but still moves forward. That should be enough. And, still going. That is not a touchdown. That's about the 1-yard line. Tell you, that kid can definitely run fast. Hard to take down with that big 6'3" frame that he has. First and goal to go. Ball at the 1-yard line. Rosemead threatening. The ball is a keeper. Looks like another tush push. And it worked. It is a touchdown. Okay. Tush push across the field, across the end zone. Marquez keeps it. Scores a 2nd touchdown of the game. And there you have it, folks. And I guess they might be going for 2 now. Or are they going for 1? Let's see. Looks like they're going for 2. And the ball is given to number 5, David Boa. And he goes nowhere. In fact, loss of yardage, but the loss won't count. The only thing that they don't get now is that extra 2 points. I guess the Rosemead Falcons try to make up for the missed extra points by their kicker. So they try to go for the 2 points, and to no avail. But the score is a tough one for the Vikings, 26-7. And they are definitely digging themselves a hole here. They got to score almost pretty much immediately. Let's see how they answer back. Back for the Vikings, you got number 24, Julian Castro. Number 2, Giovia. Back to receive. Who knows? Let's see how deep that the kicker can kick. And here we go. Ball is kicked, and not at all a deep. Didn't even make the back. Didn't even make all the way to the back there. So ball is downed at about the. Well, let's see. Well, either way, it's 1st and 10. Looks like the ball is placed at the 25-yard line. So it might have been a touchback, and that's where it's at. Let's see who the quarterback is for the Vikings. No one has really entered into the huddle yet, and the Vikings have yet to break the huddle. As soon as we break, we'll know who the quarterback is. It was And the quarterback looks like it's number 21 again. And he gets the ball, hands it off to Nunez. Nunez rushes, and look at him go. Hey, there we go. And oh, he might break all the way free. And he just might go one man to beat, and he might have made it. And it is a touchdown, Nunez. Almost a 40-yard run. Okay. We got Marcus Alvarez handing the ball to Nunez, who scampers a long ways for that TD. And that is a much-needed answer back for the Vikings. They score on the first possession of the second half. Here we go. Let's see if the place kicker, who hit a very good shot the last time they scored a touchdown, number 6. That is Jake Guevara. And let's see the snap. Here it is, the kick. And it is good. 14 points. All right, we're inching closer. Down by 2 scores now, 12 points. Definitely within striking distance. Now the defense has got to show up. Can't let any more touchdowns. Yeah, got to be able to stop Adrian Marquez. Good game going on over here. We're getting to see a few touchdowns. Of course, the cheerleaders are happy. Back to receive for Rosemead. We have I think that's a number 0. It's hard to tell, kind of with the way the fold. But anyways, back to receive. They're ready to back to receive. We also have number 2, Cesar Rivas. And then, of course, we have number 5, David Boa. All right, here comes the kickoff. And here we go. And it is a deep one taken by number 2. And immediately tossed down across the 23-yard line. Okay, number 2 is Cesar Rivas. Okay, about a 5-yard return, and they will start at their 23-yard line. So, okay, good feelings for the Mountain View team. Touchdown was what they needed, as he's been doing all year round. Everardo Nunez, Senior, will be missed next year. He's going to be someone tough to replace. Okay. And the pass, Marquez's pass, completed for about a 3-yard gain. The receiver is Rivas, number 2. Fortunately for the Falcons, Marquez is only a sophomore. He'll be there for a couple more years, barring any severe injury, and we hope that doesn't happen. He towers over everybody else. Okay, he is in the shotgun formation, as he has been all game long. And now there is a stoppage of play. We don't know why. Looks like it might be somebody has a penalty. And might be too many men on the field. Who knows? They're counting the players. And it looks like it's against Mountain View for too many players on the field. No one has come out, though. At least none that I see. Yep. Okay, they got now 11 players on the field. Nope, they have 12 still. Now somebody's coming out fast and okay, now play resumes. Okay, Marquez hands the ball off to number 1, and that is Daniel Aguilar. And number 1 goes about 2 or 3 yards. That brings about 3rd and, well, let's say about maybe 5, 3rd and 4. The defense for Mountain View has played pretty well against the run. So Marquez again in the background. So here he is. And he's back to pass, throws it. Again, another screen, but to no one. Miscommunication there. I think the ball was intended for number 6, Jacob Wang, but he was nowhere in the area where the ball went, so the ball just bounced into the sidelines there. And that brings up 4th and 3. So let's see what they're going to do. Looks like the punting unit is out there. And the defense, the Mountain View Vikings defense, held them. Good job, boys. Back to receive from Mountain View's number 24, Julian Castro, kicking for the Falcons. It looks like it's number, can't even tell. Boy, they make these uniforms really tight. But either way, he kicked the ball. Looks like it's number 2. And it's a short punt, and no one's around it. They're letting it roll. Takes a Mountain View bounce. Ball's on the 47-yard line. So number 2, the kicker, who's not listed here as a kicker, is Cesar Rivas. Kicker is supposed to be 8 and 10, and we don't see anywhere. So of course, he was a kicker, not necessarily the punter. And I don't see anywhere here where it lists a punter. So at any rate, I just read back numbers. I just read numbers on the uniforms, and that's where we are at. So Mountain View now takes the line of scrimmage. All right, number 21, Marcus Alvarez is back behind the center. And he hands the ball, and he keeps it. Look at him go. And he stiff arms. Across to the 37-yard line, and man, that guy's on fire. He is on fire, just rumbling, rushing, just doing all sorts of damage. I'll tell you, he is. And is he a senior? Yes, he is. I tell you, we should see more of him because he is making things, he is lighting things on fire. He is making things happen, and the Vikings need to make things happen. This play and all plays for the rest of the game. So he's back there. He hands the ball up to Nunez. Nunez takes a shot and rumbles about 5 yards. Alvarez just kind of took the ball. He's not as tall. He's only about 5'10", but he's a 205-pound. Gonzalez is 5'8", actually taller than Gonzalez here. So, at any rate, he is definitely making things happen. Seems like when he's playing, the ball's being moved. They're moving the chains. They're scoring. All right. He's back there in the backfield along with Nunez. And now he throws to number 20, who rumbles, puts his head down, and just runs over the defenders. That's number 20, Omar Nebrano, 5'7", 202. He just ducks his head down and just rumbles over that for the defenders. It is now 3rd and 3. It's good, 3rd and manageable. And back comes Manuel Gonzalez. And Manuel Gonzalez hands the ball to Nunez, and nothing happens. In fact, it's a loss of yard. Probably about a yard loss. So Manuel Gonzalez stays in the game as quarterback. Behind him are number 11, Fernando Valles, and Nunez, and the ball is given to you-know-who. Nunez rumbles about another 4 yards. Is it enough for a first down? It is enough for a first down. Move the chains. Okay. Players coming in and out. Actually, I think they're going to bring the chains out to measure. They're trying to figure out if he did get a first down. They'll make that determination. Referee's kneeling. by the ball, trying to figure it out. And here comes the chains. So we're going to see exactly if it actually is a first down. So we got a little bit of time here, a little breather for both teams as the chains are being placed on the ground. And let's see, it looks good though. And now they're placing it. First down for the Vikings. So just got it, just made it. The nose of the ball is past. They made it about 6 inches. And now the chain holders are going back to the sidelines. 1st and 10, Mountain View. Tell you, hard to stop Nunez, isn't it? Okay. Gonzalez at quarterback. Nunez in the background. Tell you, I would definitely keep number 21, Alvarez, in as at least a running back. But the ball is given to number 2, and there he goes. Oh, he's breaking tackles. Makes it all the way across the 10-yard line. First down, Mountain View. They are knocking on the door. Suddenly, they have woken up. The ball is placed on the 9-yard line, so it's 1st and goal. And here comes number 21. Number 21, Marcus Alvarez, back in the game. This kid's making things happen. Okay, let's see what they decide to do. They got the try formation. Here we go, high snap. Alvarez keeps it, runs in. Oh, runs into a defender. That was a hard tackle. Tackle by number 2, Cesar Rivas. Alvarez was stood up there for sure. And in comes Manuel Gonzalez. Still 2nd and goal. I guess everybody in the stands hoping that would have been a touchdown. All right, a little delay of game here. Not sure why, but I guess the referee's trying to guide something. Okay, team is now at the line of scrimmage. Gonzalez behind the center. Hits it to Nunez, who stopped immediately. Maybe a 1-yard gain. At least a 1-yard gain, but is tripped up by the defense. That brings up 3rd down and goal. Not sure why they're not bringing in Alvarez. He was moving the ball, but they want to stick to their guy, Gonzalez. The handoff to Nunez. Actually, it's a keeper. Nope, it's a touchdown. Not sure exactly how that couldn't follow that one. But either way, it is a touchdown. Number 8. Anthony Irazo. Now things are getting really interesting. It is getting very, very interesting because now we got a 1-score game. If Mountain View scores a point here, the next touchdown would put them ahead if they can keep Rosemead at bay. Amazing. What a comeback. Okay. Kicking for Mountain View is number 6, Jake Guarva. Here's a snap, the hold, and good. The extra point is good, and Guarva has been good all game long. Now we are looking at 26-21. Tell you, those extra points have definitely hurt the Rosemead team. Could have had 2 extra additional points here, but they're only at 26 now. Very much in striking distance for Mountain View. Okay, they're hanging tough and definitely moving the ball ahead. Really good work. Couldn't ask for a better Friday night game here. Okay, so touchdown was caught by number 8, Anthony Erazo. And I was kind of lost there because I wasn't sure the ball. Now, if I was lost, imagine how Rosemead was. I couldn't even see the ball. But I'm up here. But anyways, it's really amazing. A nice gift for the seniors would be to finish off their final game of the season here at Mountain View Stadium. We will check the scores, and we'll check the next where they play next after the kickoff. Okay, the kick now is being caught by, okay, crossing the 20, and here he goes, and a good run back. He crosses midfield up to, well, close to midfield, up to the 45. That is a good run back by number 6, Jacob Wang. That was about a 20-yard run back. Ball is placed. Ball is placed on the 45-yard line. And a really good run back over there. Okay, we'll see what happens next. And we are now facing this line of scrimmage. Rosemead is ready to go. Marquez behind the center in a shotgun formation. Now he goes ahead and back to pass, and he keeps it. No one's around, and there he is, rumbling his way across the 50 and into Mountain View territory. Ball goes up to the 46-yard line. It is about 2nd and 1 to go. Tough runner, tough kid. It looks like he can play just about any position, running back, quarterback, wide receiver, anything he wants. Now he's taking signals from the head coach. No huddle. So they just kind of lined up at the scrimmage. Marquez looking for a signal and not sure exactly what's happening, but I guess he got it. All right, the ball is snapped, low snap, and he is looking for a keeper, and he has gotten a first down. That is about a 6-yard gain. Looking good. It is 1st and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. So the Rosemead team has not had a huddle in a while. They're going on a no-huddle offense here. And Marquez is back in the shotgun as he has been all season. And when that happens, the quarterback is usually also the running back. So once again, he's looking to the sideline, trying to get some signals from the coach, but he looks like he's ready. Now he's back to pass, and now he can't find anybody. Still looking and pass, and just throws it out of bounds because there is nobody available, no one open. It is now 2nd and 10. Ball still at the 39-yard line. Okay. It is now 2nd and 10. Ball still. Marquez has the ball. Hands it off to number 1, who goes about another 5 yards, and that is a penalty. Player down. Number 8, that is Anthony Erazo. That would be a heavy loss for the Vikings if he doesn't get up. And so player is down, but there is a penalty on the play. Okay, the ball was handed off to number 1, Aguilar, and he scampered out of bounds after about 4 yards, but I don't know let's see what the penalty is all about. But it resulted in a rather injured player. So, but the player is up, number 8. And let's see what the penalty is. Looks like it is against Rosemead. So that's about a 5-yard penalty. Okay, and brings up 2nd and 10. Ball is now at the 39-yard line. Nope, the ball is actually on the 44-yard line or 42-yard line. So referees kind of control the game a little bit better. And now both teams are back in the line of scrimmage. Marquez is again a shotgun position, as he has been all game. He back to pass, looking, running. Now he might keep it, and he is immediately stopped. Immediately stopped by a whole host. So leading that tackle is number 23. Number 23, Justin Ramos makes the stop. Okay, and that brings up about third. Well, actually, that brings up about, because of the penalty, brings up about 3rd and 14. Okay. Once again, Rosemead does not use the line of they do not go in a huddle. Waiting for the snap for Marquez. Ball is snapped. Marquez back to pass. Looking in traffic, throws. And it is caught. And number 2. That's caught by number 2, Cesar Rivas. That was about a 25-yard play, and that is a Rosemead first down. That was an excellent play because Marquez was in deep trouble. He fought himself out, managed to make the pass, completes it to Rivas, and we got ourselves a first down. So, all right, so here we are. Once again, it's a threatening situation for Mountain View. I'll tell you, if they ever use a huddle, it's just Marquez whispering in his players' ears. Back to pass, and now he hands the ball off to number 5, who's trying to find a way out. Can't find it. He's immediately tackled, pretty much makes it to the line of scrimmage. And number 5 is David Boa. He gets tackled pretty immediately, maybe a yard gain, depending how generous the referees are. And okay, back to pass now. So that seems like the ball was intended for number 4. And number 4 is Luis Vasquez. So Marquez tries to throw the ball to the end zone. Couldn't find a connection there. And that brings up, right now, according to this, it says 3rd and 10. So they're not quite, they're in the red zone, but not, they can still make a first down. And so a quick little huddle where Marquez talks to his players. Okay, and the ball is going to be snapped. Here we go. And the ball is thrown to number 5, who's trying to find his way and makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rosemead. David Boa catches the ball and slides into the end zone. And that is exactly what Mountain View did not need. They did not need that extra end zone, that extra touchdown. That increases the Rosemead's lead to 32-21. And tough break, but, well, what can I say? You got players like Marquez and you got players like David Boa, who is just having a great game. Mountain View's have to score a touchdown every time. Now they're going for 2 points because, okay, rolling right, and looks like it's an incomplete, or is it? No indication. It is incomplete. So 2-point conversion failed. Okay, but it is still 32-21. So they're about 11 points away. That's a 2-score game. And you've only got, well, we're in the fourth quarter. We got about 8 minutes. So now everything becomes sensitive. The time becomes sensitive. The movement becomes sensitive. Possession becomes sensitive. Everything becomes sensitive, especially the score. The score, you got 11 points down. Mountain View's got to score here. That's it. Okay, they gotta make it happen here. Okay, so back to receive is going to be Giavia. It's going to be Alvarez, and here's the kickoff. And the ball is carried into a stack of players, immediately tackled at around the 30, let's see, kind of hard to tell from all this bodies all around, but it looks like around the 40-yard line. The player who carried the ball is number 13, Anthony Martin Ojeda. And that's where they're going to place the ball. It's 1st and 10 at about the 43-yard line. Vikings got to score here. Otherwise, pretty much it's going to be a huge uphill battle. Let's see who they got in quarterback. Is it going to be 21? It looks like it's going to be number 7, Manuel Gonzalez. And so we got receivers on both ends. Okay. Of course, Everardo Nunez is back there with Gonzalez. Okay, number 2, Giovio's in motion, and the ball is snapped. And it looks like a quarterback keeper. And picks up about 4 yards. That's about it. And now Gonzalez is coming out, talking to his head coach, talking strategy, and he goes right back in. Okay. Rosemead just has to pretty much play solid defense. Clock is ticking. 7:23 left in the game. Gonzalez back there with Nunez. And the ball is snapped. Back to pass. Looking, can't find it now. He's got to run with it. And he is shoved out of bounds by number 2, Cesar Rivas. Hard to... Anyway, that was a good run. Close to a first down. Ball is now placed exactly on the 50-yard line. Let's call it 3rd and 2, though. So 3rd and manageable. Sounds like it's Nunez time. Let's see if they give him the ball. I know I would. And let's see. Gonzalez is back there with Nunez. Nunez, a big boy. Okay. Everardo stands at 5'8", 220. And the ball is actually, they don't give it to Nunez. They try passing it, and it is incomplete. But the penalty is on the ground. It could be roughing the passer because they were all over Gonzalez. I mean, they really, really let him have it. But a penalty's on the play, and I would imagine it could be against Rosemead. Can't get these cities with R's. But then again, let's see where they place it. Actually, let's see. Actually, it might be against Mountain. Yeah, no, it's against Rosemead. So it's a 5-yard. But still, it's 4th and 2. What are they going to do? 4th and 2. Pretty much the game is on the line right here. They got to get the first down. Otherwise, well, then they're going to have to give up the ball. And you don't want to give up the ball for this Rosemead offense. So here we go. They're lined up close, and they're going for it. And not sure if they got it, but it's close, very close. And looks like it was a quarterback keeper, and don't know where they're going to spot the ball. It looks like another tape measure. From where he landed, it'd be guess what? He got the first down. Or is it first down for Rosemead? Again, no indication, but it looks like the Mountain View defense is coming back on the field. And boy, high school football is tough to it's tough to announce, especially if you don't know the team. So, but anyways, it's it looks like it's 1st and 10 for somebody, and might be first. I don't see the quarterback Gonzalez anywhere, but I do see Marquez, the quarterback for Rosemead, and so looks like this 4 and out, not what you want to hear. And now basically they're going to play ball clock here. In other words, they're going to wind down the clock as much as possible. So number 5, David Boa carries the ball. And that's not much of a gain, about a 4-yard gain. But they're just trying to wind down the clock. We have 6 minutes and 28 seconds left to play the game. And here we go again. Again, Marquez is back there. He is asking. Now he's still waiting. I guess he's waiting for the sideline to when to finally snap the ball because they want to run out the clock. And again, it goes to number 5, David Boa. I'm going to accidentally call him David Bowie. David Boa, I don't know the kid. I don't know if he sings like Bowie, but I'll tell you, Bowie does not play football like Boa. So here we go. Okay, so we're still winding the clock down. This time is at 5:43 seconds left to play. Mountain View has 2 timeouts left. Rosemead has 3 timeouts left, and I don't think they're going to use any of it. So Marquez gets the ball now. Back to Boa, who fights his way. Looks like he got the first down. And if he gets the first down, well, that's more of a icing on the cake. Both players from both teams are slow to get up. And once again, Marquez is looking at the sideline for some sort of indication. And he got a signal. Now he passes the play to his players, who are already at the line of scrimmage. And the ball is now being snapped. There he goes. Boa is tackled in the backfield. Tackled hard. First met by number 11, Fernando Valles. But pretty much a good tackle, but I'm surprised they don't call a timeout yet. Because they're they're 2 scores down. You would think that a timeout would be called here. Or soon, because they need all the time they can get to get the ball downfield and get a couple of scores and possibly win the game. Okay. Rosemead, especially Marquez, is just playing the clock. They're slow. They're waiting until the very last second before they call a play. And, of course, we got Boa here rushing into the group of bodies there, into the defenders, and just, well, they're just trying to keep things slow and steady. We're at just under 4 minutes, about 3:55 left in the game. Kind of an uphill battle here. Once again, they're taking their time. It is 3rd and 12. You can pretty much bet they're going to do the best they can to try to slow things down. You might see a passing play, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Boa again. So Marquez is now waiting for the snap. Gets the snap. Now he's back to pass. And ball is thrown. And it is intended for Boa, but it is incomplete. And that brings up 4th and about 12 yards to go. Punting unit comes up, but boy, I tell you, that's really good time management there. They had the possession. Last time I looked at the clock, they had it with about 7 minutes left. It's down to 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Back to receive for the Vikings is number 24, who is Julian Castro. Okay, and Let's see what they're going to do. Who knows? It could be a fake, but I doubt it. So now here comes the punt. The punt is going over there. It is a short punt. And taken by number 24 and tackled just after the 35, about 36 or 37 yard, depending where they place. Looks like they're going to place it at the 38-yard line. I'm sorry, the 27-yard line. So that tactic looked like it worked for Rosemead because Rosemead played the clock pretty darn good. Now Mountain View, unless they play some really daredevilish kind of game here, they're deep, and it takes them a while to score. So let's hope they hurry up. They're in the line of scrimmage. Gonzalez is back to as quarterback, and he backed the pass and throws it to Nunez. And Nunez rumbles his way for about 6 yards. Brings up about 2nd and 4. Make it about 2nd and 5. We are looking at a possible Rosemead victory here with about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Seems like there's no urgency by Mountain View, but you never know. We got Nunez back over there, so they are now back to pass. Gonzalez throws the ball. It was blocked. Just as he hit, he was nailed to the ground, and a flag comes out. So he was hit pretty darn hard by number 52, and number 52 for Rosemead is Michael Avila. He decked Manuel Gonzalez, and looks like we might be seeing Marcus Alvarez coming into the game, but he was absolutely decked. And Marcus Alvarez is waiting in the wings, ready to come back in. And yeah, that drew a penalty because that was really hit hard. He was hit hard, pretty hard. And he's coming out there. He looks like he's okay. He's walking out in his own power. And so Alvarez goes into the huddle. And let's see what he has to do and say. They have to position the ball to account for the penalty. Looks like the ball was placed just shy of the 50-yard line. Let's call it the 48-yard line. The Rosemead 48-yard line. Here we go. Alvarez back as quarterback, and the ball is snapped. Alvarez is going to try and pass. Looking, passes, and complete it to number 24. All right. 24 picks up a first down. 24 is Julian Castro. That was about a 15-yard gain. Good play. And looks like there is a flag on the play. And it looks like it's ineligible receiver down the field. Yikes. And that takes away that entire play. So that brings up, who knows. Might be still first down. Let's see what the referees do. And I'm kind of against calls like that against teams because I'll tell you, these are only, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and let them play. That's just me. But it now brings up 1st and 15. And we have about 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. There is no 2-minute warning in high school football. Okay, so Alvarez is still quarterback. Probably should finish the game. And he keeps the ball, looking to throw the ball again, and this time does throw. And not sure if it was complete. Don't think it was completed. Ball intended for number 84. And 84 is Alejandro Hernandez, sophomore. So there's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. We are looking at a possible, unfortunate, another loss. Looking at Mountain View again. their schedule as we wait for them. They are 4-4 overall. Their upcoming opponents is next game is going to be against Arroyo. And looks like Alvarez managed to do a quarterback keeper and moves his way up the field for another Viking first down. Okay, so tonight was Rosemead, and they're going to play. So this is the final home game for Mountain View. Next week they play against Arroyo. And Rosemead, for everybody who's curious to know what they're doing, they are going to be playing, and it doesn't say right here, good old Max Preps. Okay, so there's Everardo Alvarez Nunez carrying the ball. About a 5-yard penalty. So Rosemead plays against Marshall next week for their, well, they've already played their final home game. So they're at road, final 3 games of the season for them, starting here in Mountain View. Then next week is Arroyo. Then after that is Marshall. So no more home games for either team. Okay, so Gonzalez back in quarterback, and now he's being chased way back. You better get rid of this ball. Otherwise, this is a major loss. He finally got rid of the ball and just throws it out of bounds. He was back about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And there was just no way that he was going to be able to do anything at that point. Just throw it away and take the loss of down rather than the loss of yardage. Because at this point, with about 1 minute and 22 seconds left, well, you need a miracle at this point. And so maybe a miracle is in the calling. But now it's about at the 25-yard line. Mountain View it's at the 35-yard line. Mountain View lining up a scrimmage. Gonzalez still at quarterback. And the ball is snapped. Gonzalez looking, throwing deep, and intercepted. It is intercepted by number 2, who was running back, still on his feet. And he's fine. Oh, late hit. Late hit. That should be a penalty because he was already 5 yards out of bounds. And at any rate, it is an interception by number 2, Cesar Rivas. And there's no penalty in the play. No penalty in the play. In the NFL, that would have definitely have been a penalized and probably even a fine, because Rivas was at least 5 yards out of bound, and still he got decked by a player from the Mountain View Vikings. So at any rate, maybe they will call it a penalty. Who knows? But so all sorts of happenings here and little confusion to what's happening right now. They're trying to place the ball and not sure where they're going. But it looks like the Vikings get the ball back, and I don't understand this at all. I don't get this call. It was intercepted, and now what they're saying is that the interception has been called off. Well, no, they do have they do keep the interception, because I see Marquez out there behind the line of scrimmage. So now he has the ball. The give is to Boa, and Boa rumbles about 7 yards. And we only have about a minute left. And actually, that's enough for a first down. Well, it's been my pleasure to be announcing. I've had the pleasure of announcing 3 games here for Mountain View. And I am a teacher at Azusa High School, and I teach graphics over there. So I am the Mr. Man. I am the man of Azusa High School. I run the media program over there, and I have about 132 amazing kids. And last night was Azusa High School's senior night, and it was quite spectacular, commemorating the seniors for all their hard work and effort that they are going to now leave behind and go on to the real world of college, army, or military, or you know, contracting work or whatever they decide to do. And one thing, though, you will never forget high school. And let's see what kind of impact high school will have on you. So, okay, the ball is now handed off to number 1, Daniel Aguilar. And pretty much all they got to do is kneel. I'm surprised they're running the ball. All they got to do is kneel the ball, and that's pretty much the game. But we have 17 seconds left. Tough home loss for the Vikings, but they'll rebound. They're a bunch of big kids here. Hopefully they'll ask me back next season. Love Vikings football. Love calling the games. It's really a sensational, spectacular, really fun, joyous thing for me to do. And so for those of you who are interested, look at Vista Productions and on YouTube. This game will be kept on YouTube. It's been live streamed at YouTube. And it has been fun. It has really been fun. So you can watch Vista Live. MVHS Vista. And so this game, like all games that have been streamed, are kept on YouTube for you to watch. And hopefully bring back memories for the seniors. And the seniors definitely, well, they've made a lot of memories here. And there's a little bit of delay in game. Wonder why the referees wouldn't want to keep the ball game going with only 17 seconds left. They're talking about something. Who knows what? There's some player substitutions happening. I guess they're trying to get players that haven't played the game yet to go in there and just get a touch of the grass before the game is over. And I would imagine that Marquez is just going to knee on the ball. Again, taking too long here. But it looks like they're just going to call the game. Okay, so the time has run out. Final score: Rosemead 32, Mountain View Vikings 21. And that is the ball game. Both players are now approaching midfield and congratulating each other and thanking each other for a good game. And that's pretty much it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Jim Haig, and it's been my pleasure to announce. And, well, I don't think I'll be asked to announce any more this season because they have all games will be away. But it's been my pleasure. Thank you, and take care.
boys varsity footballers with Viking love. Embracing in the final hour at home. Good evening, Viking family, friends, and special guests. It's another beautiful night here in the Land of Review, and we are celebrating our seniors. It's senior night, and at this moment, we celebrate our varsity football seniors. Tonight, our football seniors have competed on this beautiful Viking Stadium turf for the final time. And now, we commemorate them the Viking way. On behalf of our Viking family, we'd like to thank all those in attendance for joining us for this moment of grandeur in the lives of a Viking student athlete. As I proudly announce the names of each Viking senior, let's give them and their families a warm round of applause and embrace them with our collective Viking spirit as they take a final walk through our Viking gauntlet. Viking family, we begin by honoring senior Rosemead Alba. Rosemead is escorted by parents Araceli and Jose Ferrer. Rosemead's favorite memory is playing with his Viking brothers and getting to tackle Kevin. Renee would like to especially thank Mr. Palma Sriracha for his support and having a positive influence in his life. Round of applause, congratulations, Renee Alba. Next, Mountain View High School honors number 33 senior Jorge Castillo Chirinos.
Jorge would like to express his appreciation to his greatest supporter, his mother, Rosemead. And as we like to say in the land of the view, hip hip Jorge. Let's hear it for hip hip Jorge. Castillos Chirinos. Signing out. Vikings, it's time. We honor number 24. Julian Castro! Jake Guevara. Jake Guevara is escorted by his family, Mother Ana, Father Jose, Sister Astrid, and brother-in-law Edgar, and ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Senior Jake Guevara. Felix's greatest influential person is his mother, Maria. Bienvenidos, Felix, María y familia. Aplaudes para 44, el Felix Ramírez Chirinos. Next, to take a walk down the Viking gauntlet is number 60, Senior Justin Rubalcaba. Justin is escorted by his family, Andrew Aguilar, Liliana Campos, Hugo Magaña, and Ana Yancy Perez. Justin would like to thank Omar, who has been a great supporter throughout his journey. Viking family, a round of applause for number 60, Senior Justin Rubalcaba. All right, Viking family, it's time to honor Senior number 7, Manuel Gonzalez. As Manuel takes his walk down the Viking gauntlet, he would like to express his gratitude to his greatest supporter, his mother, Vanessa. Manuel has been in our Viking program for 3 years. We appreciate you. Aplaude para Manuel González, number 7. Next up, it's time to embrace number 65, Jesus Torres.
Big boy!
Jesus is escorted by his family, which consists of mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, uncle, aunt. A person of great influence in the life of Jesus is Madame Ann. Congratulations to Jesus
Torres and family. Jesus' favorite football memory is getting his first punt return. Remember that, Jesus? Round of applause, number 65, senior Jesus Torres, signing out. And next, we honor senior Josue Vargas. Josue would like to express his great appreciation to his mother, Evelyn. Embrace the moment, Josue. His favorite football memory, getting his first interception during his sophomore year. A core memory indeed. Congratulations, senior Josue Vargas and family. All right, Vikings, now we honor the 2-year starters. Starting with number 75, Xavier Avila. Xavier is escorted by his mother and father, Araceli Sanchez and Jose Avila. Says Xavier, a person who's had a great influence in his life is none other than Jack Black. Funny guy, Xavier. Round of applause for number 75, senior Xavier Avila, signing out. All right, Viking family. Next, we honor 2-year starter, number 23, Justin Ramos. Justin is escorted by his entourage, his mother, Adriana Navarro, father, William Ramos, brother, Joseph Ramos, sister, Melissa Ramos, and girlfriend, Mia Castillo. His favorite football memory is his first varsity game, a night to remember. He'd like to give a special shout out to Mickey D's Ronald McDonald for accommodating all of his cravings throughout his high school years. Funny guy there, Justin Ramos. A round of applause. Senior Justin Ramos signing out. Ladies and gentlemen, next we honor 2-year starter, number 2, Gio Villa. Gio is escorted by mother Yadira Santos and father Mike Almanza. Gio would like to thank his parents for supporting his student-athlete career. Gio's favorite football memory, scoring his first touchdown on a fumble recovery. A great moment in Viking lore. Let's hear it for number 2, Gio Villa. Viking family, it's time to embrace number 55, Kevin Barreto. Kevin is escorted by mom and dad, Diana and Michael. Kevin would like to express the following. Gracias por todo el apoyo que me han dado en mis años de fútbol americano. Kevin would like to add that this game has brought his brothers together. This sport has really made his family bigger. He considers all of you family. A great influence in the life of Kevin has also been his sister Diana. And his favorite football memory has been competing with his fellow Viking brothers as a team throughout the year. Kevin, we love you. Congratulations, Kevin Barreto. All right, Vikings, let's turn it up to the 3-year starters, starting with number 52, Jordan Esparza. Jordan is escorted by his parents, Eric and Kimberly Reyes. Jordan Esparza and family, on behalf of the Viking Nation, we thank you. A warm round of applause for 3-year starter, Jordan Esparza. All right, Viking family, next up to take his walk down the Viking Hall of Fame gauntlet is 3-year starter, number 11, Fernando Valles. Escorted by his parents, Elvelia Reyes and Jose Luis Valles, and girlfriend, Desiree Salguero. Fernando would like to thank his parents for making him who he is, and his girlfriend for all her time spent with him. Fernando Valles' favorite memory, practicing with his brothers in the rain. You can stand under our umbrella all day long. A round of applause for Fernando Valles. Next up, we honor number 12, Juan Zarate. Mr. Zarate is escorted by his father, Carlos Zarate, and grandma, Emma Lopez. A great influence in the life of Juan has been Coach Rodriguez. We wish you and your family well. Juan Zarate, number 12, senior, signing out. Viking family, the moment has come to honor number 10, Antonio Orozco. Antonio Orozco, escorted by his parents, Azelia and Antonio Orozco, and his siblings, Ivan, Isaiah, and Amarelli. His favorite football memory, getting to play with all his football brothers and making great memories. Congratulations, Antonio Orozco and family. Un aplaude para familia Orozco. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the man known, you know him as number 4, Everardo Forever and Ever Nunez. A 3-year starter, a touchdown maker, and a smooth dancer on the homecoming dance floor. We see you, Ever. We love your spirit. Ever is escorted by mother, Evia Solorio, sister, Jessica Nunez Solorio, and girlfriend, Karina Rodriguez. Ever, we appreciate you. A round of applause. Number 4, senior, Everardo Nunez and family, signing out in Viking style. Ladies and gentlemen, Viking Nation, let's embrace 3-year starter, number 20, Mr. MVP, Omar Nombrano. Omar Nombrano, Mission Valley League Wrestling Champion. We love your humility. Omar, you're a great leader. Viking Nation loves you. Omar is escorted by father, Omar Nombrano, and grandma, Estela Alcala. We will remember you forever, Omar Nombrano. And seniors, Viking seniors, we love you. You've had a tremendous Viking career, all of you young men. We will remember you for centuries. You will live in Viking lore. Viking Nation, let's get a round of applause for all of the Viking seniors. Coach Mark Paredes, thank you very much for leading our men, your assistant staff. Your team has heart. Viking Nation underclassmen, let's embrace your seniors for a moment that will live forever in our hearts. Viking Nation, we love you. Enjoy the rest of senior night.